All right, welcome everybody. This is Tom Randall from GoldenCare. Want to welcome you on the webinar today. I'm excited to have the opportunity to chat with you a little bit this morning. And this is our annual recap webinar that we usually do about this time of year, and tell you a little bit about some of the methods or madness on what went on last year and where we're going in this next year to come. Again, I've been with GoldenCare for a long time. There's a lot more gray hair in that picture. I think I'm kind of cheating there. I don't wear a suit that often anymore either, but I won't make you look the ugly mug. I'll do my usual trick and try to make that at least a little bit easier on you. But at the end of the day, one of the things I do bring besides my good looks is that I bring a lot of experience to this market. I've had a ball working with GoldenCare. It's been a true blessing in my life to have the opportunity to work with this great team. And I've really, the last many years, as a lot of you on this call know, we had a lot of new people, by the way, so if I'm doing some recap stuff, I apologize for some of you old veterans on there. At the end of the day, I just want to let you know, we appreciate everybody, and I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time on some of the background stuff with you as we go through today. But what an unbelievably great year 2025 was, and how excited we are to move into 2026, because I think it's going to be a record year in this industry. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But before I dive in deep, the good news for you is I got my picture off the screen there, and the better news is that maybe no better news than that, but the good news is you don't have to take copious notes on this. Everything I'm going to tell you today we have available for you through our great team that we'll talk about, or on our agent website, goldencareagent.com. You're going to get all these handouts, but you're going to get all those slides, so you'll have the references later on, and you'll see I do that kind of as a method of my madness on that side. And I'm not going to allow you to leave early. I locked you in, but if you do leave early, don't worry, we have recordings of all our webinars. Okay. The biggest thing that we're going to talk about is that personal responsibility. 2026 is the same as 2025 was, and all of the 25 years before that. Everything starts with you. There's so many Americans out there who need help, and if you don't get contracted and get appointed and start really rolling up the sleeves a little bit and learning some of these different opportunities to help clients, nothing gets done. And that's why I'm proud to be an insurance agent. I'm proud of what we do in this industry, and I really want to make sure you guys take the next step. So for goodness sake, if you're not appointed yet with GoldenCare, the biggest thing you need to do is get contracted. Then we can help you with all the support and stuff that we do otherwise that we'll talk about today. So the good news is you have a backup, and you have all these different tools that we have at GoldenCare, but we have a great team, and that's where it all starts. And that's why I think GoldenCare has been a leader in this industry for as many years as been around since '74. So we've been around a long time, and we've done a good job, and we still do, really supporting our agents. And you're going to hear a lot about that today, is that we don't just take you and get you appointed, throw you against the wall and hope you stick. We try really to say we have a lot of the tools that are a little bit different than a lot of different companies or agencies or company carriers out there have for you. We can go the next mile and help you be super successful. And it all starts with this. We can talk all day about all the different parts of it, but the main thing is your core, your cornerstones in your building and in your foundation. And that's my regional director team. We've got Jeff Clark, who's our senior regional, and he's been around for a long time, as long as I have. And Jeff has tons of in-field sales experience, and he's just really good at what he does. And he's going to be there to help you as well. And Manny and Morgan, as you know, my brother John passed away. Boy, time flies. But when Johnny passed away, he was one of our regional directors. We had Manny and Morgan, who were in-house and helping us on the marketing support side and lots of different things at GoldenCare. And they've really stepped up. One of the biggest things I'll tell you about 2025 is what a great addition to our team these two were. So we're really excited, and they really understand this industry. They're seeing it firsthand now, because I demand a lot with my team. I want you to be the best, and they're really working hard to learn this industry, learn all the little intricacies of it. And it's one of the things, if you're one of our existing agents, I hope you'll agree, one of the things we do different here is that we're not like a carrier that just says, here's our product, boom, 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 boom. We try to go in and say, how do you use our products, and how do you use different products in different circumstances to be successful? So can't talk enough about how great this team is. And obviously, I'm going to show you later some of our other team members. They know, and if you talk to any one of these three, they'll say the same thing. It's about our whole team here at GoldenCare. And we've got Dennis Reiner's out traveling the world, helping everybody, teaching people. Nobody's better at what he does than Dennis. And a lot of you know Dennis Reiner, but we've got our support team here too. Unbelievable. And we'll talk more about that later on. And just to scare you to death, I already know from the way I'm going here, is that being said, let's talk about 2025. 25 was incredible. And you know what? We are a true leader, and I'm proud to say it, and I don't feel like I'm being cocky. I feel like we're being confident, because the one thing we proved this year, like we did the year before, is we really are leaders in changing this extended care landscape. We helped design the Manhattan Life Omniflex plan. As a lot of you know, that thing is, in my mind, the leader in the industry. I think it's one of the strongest plans out there. But remember, short-term care plans, remember, not long-term care, but short-term care has been there for quite a few years. But now we're coming out with these new products, and it's really making it exciting. And I think we've changed that landscape. Long-term care is where we buttered our bread. Most of you on this call, again, I apologize for reiterating, but we've written over $1 billion in long-term care. We still write a lot of long-term care. It's an incredibly powerful product. Same with the hybrid plans out there. But what we've talked about is how we use some of these new policies that we're helping design a lot of times, is use these new policies to spread the net wider and help more people. And we've been really successful with it. And I'm really proud of the fact that finally this landscape has totally changed. Dennis is going to be out at CLTCI long-term care conference giving a short-term care presentation. So we really understand, and a lot of folks on this call here who maybe were hesitant, just like a lot of us were not that many years ago, to say short-term care, yeah, it's great, but it's not going to be able to do what we need it to do. Well, we're finding out it does. It is what it's needing to do. Because when you look at going way back to COVID, 90% of married couples need some type of care. We knew that with the long-term care days. We knew that most people never had a serious discussion about long-term care. And then when you throw the fact in that when COVID came out, remember that stat that we talked about a few times in the last few years, 61% of the people from this is a major poll, they were out there saying, I'd rather die than go to a nursing home, because they knew what that entailed when it came to COVID. But this isn't scare tactics, it's just a reality. A lot of people started turning towards, is there some type of help I can get for a care situation without having to go to that nursing home? So it opened the door more for these home health care only plans, and more importantly for these short-term care plans that do both. Because long-term care, remember, as you get a little more gray hair, it's really tough to get a policy, right? We understand all that, and I won't get into that today with rate increases and some of those other things. But we had the market shift and start looking, saying, you know what, we need solutions. More people are seeing their parents, more people in the sandwich generation. I could give an hour-long webinar just on this, but at the end of the day, more people are looking for opportunities to help themselves and to be educated. They're hungry for it, you guys. We have so many baby boomers turning. We all know those stats. There's baby boomers out there turning in droves, age 65 plus, and we need to have ways to help them and help their families when they come into that tough situation where they need a little bit of care, right? So we need affordable solutions, and we need to get through that underwriting hoop. I used to talk a lot about giving live seminars, and half the people in there I knew, well, that guy's in a wheelchair, I can't help him. This guy's this. And half the people there had some health conditions, because there's a little bit of adverse selection if they're going to come to a live seminar. I knew we couldn't help them with long-term care in the old days. Even with the hybrid plans, we're just not going to be able to help a lot of people. That's why these short-term care plans are becoming so successful and so prominent. And we talked the last couple of years when we introduced Omniflex and we dove in head first into this market, the extended care market, we knew there were great solutions out there, and we started embracing it more. And one of the things we saw is we had a tough time getting short-term care to be even at the big boys table, right? Long-term care and hybrids are kind of over here, and then we had our home health care and dental and vision. Short-term care was just kind of aching to say, dude, I can do some pretty powerful things. I think I deserve the opportunity to sit at the big boys table. And I'll tell you what, I should even throw a little home health care over there too, because those home health care only plans are an integral part of the extended care market. But short-term care itself, I'll tell you what, we have really seen, and we've seen agents out there, and a lot of you on this call, I think, will agree with me. Not only is it earned a spot at the table, it's really pushing towards the head of the table, believe it or not, because when you start looking at all the stats out there and everything else about how much claim dollars are actually paid, and the power of not having a claim that requires a 90-day certification to get claim dollars. Remember, short-term care, almost identical. And again, I'm going to have to get on my soapbox here. I always cringe when short-term care trainers out there say, oh, what are the triggers for the policy? Same as long-term care and hybrids. It's not. It's not. It's a huge difference. Short-term care, without getting deep into policy training, short-term care says No, you need help with 2 of 6 ADLs, but you don't have to have a doctor sign off saying you'll need it for at least 90 days. That's a huge difference, you guys. It opens the door, takes down the denials, and helps people realize that, hey, you might have a knee replacement, might have a hip replacement, might fall off a ladder and have a fracture, might have an automobile accident where you don't need help for 90 days plus, but you might need help for 10 days, 30 days, 20 days. So short-term care can be really strong for the fact that it's a good premium justifier to get you claim dollars easier. And then it still has a lot of punch. And we talk a lot about that, how you can design up to $1 million policy in some cases with these short-term care plans. They can be really robust as well. Okay. See, I'm going to get off my deal and I'm going to keep going. But the key that I want you to know is, without training you on short-term care overall, 26 is going to be a record year. You know what? We have everything you need to be successful. 2030, we always talk about is, boy, the sky's going to fall in 2030 when these baby boomers saturate the market. We've all talked about that for 25 years. A lot of you on the screen know what I'm talking about. It's coming up quick. And the market itself is really primed, like I talked about. They're waiting for folks like you. The reason I put this slide in last night when I was designing this presentation, excuse me, is that I wanted to make sure you knew, if you're out there and you're in the field by yourself and you're finding leads yourself, we're going to talk a lot about that today. Leads aren't cheap. You know what? Don't waste another week not taking advantage of this. We want to take action and break records, and it starts right here. When you get into these short-term care products and these home health care only products, we know these are expensive. Our career shop is a living, breathing example. We blew the cover off the ball this year at GoldenCare, both in the brokerage and career side, because agents are out there saying it's kind of a nice change. I like long-term care, or I like hybrids, but I know that when I'm getting in front of people, I know I'm always beating my head against the wall with some of these underwriting things. And now Omniflex, having a full short-term care plan with facility and home care, is sitting at 93% plus for placement. That's huge when you're talking about, hey, my time's valuable as an agent. I want to go help people. I'm not kidding you. It's not a hobby. I want to make money. We can show you how you can go out and use these plans and change that placement rate. If you're running a small agency, it's a no-brainer. Get on the phone before I finish and call. Well, better wait till I finish. My regionals might be on here. But talk to somebody here and let us show you how we can turn your industry around. Our career shop, saving money on leads and going out there and knocking the cover off the ball with sales. Why? Because they talk underwriting first, sell the long-term care if people are healthy, and if they're not healthy enough or they can't afford it, we pivot into the other plans and sell a lot of short-term care and home care. Okay, so again, I won't bore you with this. This is more for future reference. These are our short-term care plans, just several in the industry that are out there. And when I talk about 90% plus a placement, look at this board. Look at some of those conditions on the left that long-term care would have went running for the hills. And you can see here with these type of plans, you can have diabetics. You can have diabetics on 50 units of insulin and still get an Omniflex limited plan. You can have rheumatoid arthritis, for goodness sakes, or you can have some of those conditions that we just know I'm never going to be able to help them. Now you can. We have rheumatoid arthritis on there, strokes, etc. So I'll let you read this later. I won't get into the premiums or anything today on this, but it'll be in your handouts. And remember, that's the short-term care that has facility and home care potentially. With home health care only plans, remember those plans? If you don't know about them, ask our regional directors, because they're literally as little as 2 questions. Hey, are you needing care right now with help with ADLs, or are you in a facility? If you're not, I got a solution. Doesn't get much easier than that. I don't care what other products you're selling in the industry. This is a no-brainer for you to get involved and help people with this, because Americans need help and we've got the products to do it, right? You're working in the Medicare market, tell you what, these products are absolutely perfect. Any of you notice a few changes in the Medicare market this year, right? If anybody's selling it, you know darn well you did. I walked by one of my agents today, walking through here. Actually, it was Jeff, who still writes some business on the side, and he's saying, I've never done more pro bono work than I have in history besides this year. Minnesota had a lot of disruptions in the Medicare market, and a lot of these carriers went out and said, we're either leaving the market or we're going to say, sure, we'll stay in the market, but we're not paying agents anymore, or agencies. So we've had big agencies jump out and get out of Medicare because of some of these disruptions in the market. And what we want to tell you is we have a parachute. We have the ability to seamlessly step over and help clients out there and to make some money and put some money in your pocket if you're struggling a little bit more in the Medicare market. Plus, I could talk for another hour on the power of having multiple products in the same household. It keeps the persistency up on your Medicare side. So there's a lot of huge advantages. When you're talking about Medicare Advantage, what do you talk about? What meds are you on, right? It's part of the thing you have to ask when you're in that market. And when you're in that market and you ask that question, now you'll see a lot of those folks are, when say it's 65, they've got that shoebox full of meds. Guess what? We have the plans, these home health care only plans, and our Omniflex plan that has a built-in RX benefit, so they can save dollars and save premium dollars right out of the gate. And it's a great way to start the conversation, right? And with Medicare tightening up, I'm not going to get deep into this, I promise. My staff's probably looking at me starting to raise eyebrows. I'm not going to get deep into the inpatient versus observation status with Medicare. If you know what I'm talking about, good for you. You should bring it up to your clients and educate them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, talk to one of my regional directors, because anybody who's Medicare age or going to be Medicare age knows a lot of hospitals are pushing people towards observation. And if they're not an inpatient for 3 days, when they have to go in and get a little bit of care in a facility or at home, it's not going to be covered by Medicare. So they're going to have to pay it a different way and have more out of pocket or pay it themselves. So huge discussion and a huge solve for us, because why? We can sell first day coverage with these short-term care plans or the home care plans, and they can get that coverage right away. Huge difference. Long story short, I'm on a roll, and GoldenCare is super proud to be a leader in this change because of some of these things I'm just teasing you with, to talk to our regional directors and show you why we can help in so many ways. This slide is a lot for future reference, but again, state availability. This is just our short-term care plans out there, and you can see that we have pretty good coverage in a lot of states. Now, home care is real similar to this, but there are some states, if you notice, like California, Florida, the good old ones, New York, Washington State, and good old Minnesota. We have enough other problems in Minnesota right now that this is probably low on the list, but we are starting to, number one, help you by telling these states they're missing the boat by not having some of these short-term care plans available for folks. So we're making some headway actually in Minnesota and some of the other states. Kansas, I think, is probably going to jump on board. New Mexico, New Jersey, I'm hoping. Going to be tougher in some of those other ones. California's got enough of their own issues as well. Florida, maybe we can move in Florida down the line, but don't hold your breath on this stuff. We have other product solutions for you. And one of the things we're talking about is we say what's going on in 2025 and 26. A lot of people don't realize that long-term care plans, 7702B, traditional long-term care plans, can actually be a one-year plan. Most of them out there across the board are 2 years, and most agents are thinking it's always a minimum of 2 years because that's how they market it most of the time. But we are going to see a shift. We're going to see big carriers who are going to go out there and start saying, we're going to start pushing a little bit more of the one-year plans for long-term care. And again, the best part about that, and the reason I'm bringing it up, great solution for you in some of those states that don't have traditional short-term care plans yet. At least we'll have some solution there. Is it the panacea, the best thing ever, and make long-term care better? No. They're still going to have tougher underwriting, even if they come up with some creative ways, which I'm looking at any carriers out there. If you want to have help, I could love to help to design a one-year plan with some different underwriting. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, these policies, when they come out, they're 7702B, so that by definition, they're going to have that 90-day wait on 90-day certification at claim time. So it's going to not be as powerful as a true short-term care, but a good other solution in some of those states, because I think long-term care will be able to sneak those policies in at one-year benefits in a lot of those states that don't allow short-term care. Okay, so we'll keep you posted on that. That's what we do here at GoldenCare. So I wanted to bring you up because this is an update session. Otherwise, we have other solutions in those states too. So talk to our regional directors. We've got some great plans from Ace and Chubb and all the different companies out there to fill those gaps. True Freedom, absolutely, positively a great way to help people in some of those states that don't have short-term care. Okay, let's keep going. Launched our redesigned agent website. I'm going to show you this more in a few minutes, so I'm not going to get too deep in it here. But I do want you to know that that's something back in quarter one. Lynn and our team does a fantastic job. Lynn, Lindsay, and the whole team, Corey, They all put it together. We work as a family here and as a team, and that website is really strong. If you haven't been on it, you're missing the boat. If you're new to GoldenCare, you'll love it. GoldenCareAgent.com. Check that out after this webinar. Again, I'm going to bring that up later on. We've got a new underwriting corner, excuse me, with Renee. Renee Suits was Manhattan Life, worked with their team. She's a true underwriting specialist, and we decided we're going to put that on social media. And we did that last year, and we've had a lot of help from Renee, and she's been a fantastic addition to our team. And more importantly, we'll talk later about, you know, if you want to get in the weeds, we've got all the answers you'd ever need, but we've got simple things too, like pre-qualifications, and that's what most of you will be interested in. But if you want to dive deeper, or if you have some real intricate cases, we have this full group that you can join and get on that professional LinkedIn group. So you'll check that out as well, and we'll have that available for you. Another big thing we did was the InstaPivot. This InstaPivot tool has been taking the industry by storm. Again, we made these plans to be simple, so you don't, as an average agent in the field selling, you don't actually have to use something like this, because we made these policies so simple when it comes to underwriting. But this InstaPivot tool, ask my regionals about it, because it's very strong for the fact that it has some of the big players on both the home health care only and the short-term care side. And without going into training here today, you can click a state and find out which plans are available in any given state that you're doing business in. And more importantly, this upgrade was huge in Q3 of 2025. My team just did a bang-up job. I started out with this concept for myself as I was designing policies for different types of carriers, etc. I used it as an internal Excel tool. Then we realized how powerful it would be to give out to our team members on the agent side. So you guys have access to this if you're with GoldenCare. And basically, we realigned the health questions to fit more like each carrier. When I started this, I think I had like 45 different rows of things. Now I think we have well over 100. So it's real easy. You do a little search deal, so you don't have to read it all. You just put in search words. We expanded those keyword searches to make it super easy. Medications, clarified that way better, so you can say, oh, what kind of med is that? You don't have to feel like you're going to medical school. You can go in, throw the med in, and they'll tell you which companies will accept which policies. So great tool. Again, I'll get off my soapbox on it, but if you're missing the boat, if you haven't seen the InstaPivot tool as well. Okay. Finally, our newsletter. Last thing I'll just bring up on 2025, the LinkedIn newsletter. We expedite our communications out there. We've had our newsletter forever. People love it, and we used to email it out and we still email it out. But now we have it on social media, and I think this might have just started like December 8th or a little bit before that, probably during Long-Term Care Awareness Month. We kicked this off, and we've already got, 583 subscribers doesn't sound like a lot, but we literally just started pushing this and telling people to subscribe. So needless to say, we do know how to market a little bit. We're going to click on here and tell you to jump on there and get subscribed to that, so you have the social media if you're on LinkedIn, and you get access to our newsletter there. Okay. Because I got so many things exciting to talk about in 2025, I'm going to stop, or 2026, I'm going to stop on 2025, and let's look at what's ahead. Okay. Again, we can't be more excited here, and I hope my team feels that same excitement that I do. I get to talk to them all the time, and I know we're really pushing hard to make this a banner year, and I think it's going to be another record year for us. Some of the minutiae, if you will, we updated our contracting made easy. One of the things you're going to see here, and one of the things I'm going to really push, again, this is for you new folks, you guys who have been with us, you already know this. But the thing we do different, and the reason agents don't leave us that often, is that we don't throw you against the wall and hope you stick. Like I said, we try to not only make contracting easy, but then we walk you through and help you beyond that point. And that's what I'm going to talk about for just a couple minutes. I'm not going to read all this to you. Don't worry, this is the handout. But again, we have contracting made easy. Sometimes there's online contracting that you click buttons and have to do it through a carrier. But we have a contracting made easy system that's great. This looks complicated when you're looking at it all on one screen, but literally it's a little bit of information about yourself, which policies you want to get. On that first page, you can see it's real simple. The second page there, very simple, just to pick a few of our perfect portfolio products, for example. And then if you go, you can see on another page all the different products we have. It's totally not exhaustive, of course, but it's a lot of the different products if you want to expand. And then we just ask a few questions that you need to answer for different states and different carriers. And click a button, sign your name digitally, and you got her made. Super easy, and even your payment information's in there. So it doesn't get much easier than that. And again, our team has a whole system that they walk you through and show you how all this works as we go. I just noticed my view screen on top. I hope that everything's not delayed and you guys are kind of going, boy, he's talking faster than what we're seeing. But anyway, our new onboarding process is more important to me. This is something that when I was putting this presentation together and I was kind of getting my thoughts on where I wanted to go, this is the main thing I want to make sure you new agents know. And some of you existing agents pay attention here because, again, once you're appointed, we have tools that you need to be successful, and we have some things you probably don't know about if you're an existing agent even. And I was going to go through and do bullet points based on this little presentation Corey Fountain did for us. Corey just does a great job in so many different areas. A lot of you on this call know her, but she did a really good job on this presentation. I'm going to sit back. My team's going to come running in here if something went wrong with the audio, but I'm just going to let you sit back, grab that cup of coffee, drink for a second, listen to this little presentation showing some of the things that you'll be led to by my team of leaders. Say, here, now you're appointed, now what do we do? And we're going to help you out there without any pressure, but showing you some of the tools we have.
Once you've been appointed with GoldenCare, you're going to want to take advantage of the many tools and services we offer our GoldenCare agents. This quick video will get you started on registering and locating our top tools. When you visit our website, goldencareagent.com, you're aware a few immediate key tools are located. GoldenCare has industry-leading back-end support that begins with plan design and quoting. To get a quote, click here on Get a Quote, fill out the form, and you will generally receive the quote back within a day or two. Make sure you give us as much information as you possibly can so that we can design a plan for you. If you'd like your RD to help you with a case, we go a step further and offer a bring in an expert service. You can schedule a call with your client and your RD. Your RD can assist with the planning, design, and questions during your appointment. Click here under Tools, Bring in an Expert to schedule your appointment. Scroll down here. This is going to take a minute to load here. There you go. And you can schedule 15, 30, 45-minute, or a 60-minute meeting. Just click there, select your time, and your RD will be in touch and be in the meeting with you. If you're newly appointed and needing discounted E&O, click on Tools, Discounted E&O, and fill out the form to get a quote for discounted E&O insurance. GoldenCare has a variety of sales and product training options to help get you started. Under Agent Resources, we have webinars, upcoming webinars you can register for. These are live training events that we run 1 to 2 times a week on product sales and other special events. We also have a full library of pre-recorded training videos on long-term care, short-term care, products, sales strategies, how-to videos, and much, much more. And then we also have Fast Facts, which are little snippets of information under 5 minutes or less to help you succeed. Another great perk to being a GoldenCare agent is our GoldenCare Rewards program. To get to our GoldenCare Rewards program, go to Tools, GoldenCare Rewards. GoldenCare rewards you with points that can be redeemed on Amazon gift cards for things like writing short-term care applications, sales promotions and contests, attending events, and more. So you're going to want to register a new account at goldencarerewards.com. And to do that, you're just going to fill out the form. Select a login name. I'd suggest something like your email address so it's easy for you to remember. Fill out the rest of it, making sure that you check the I have submitted my W-9 form box to allow you to redeem. You need to click here to get the W-9 form, and then you can fax it back to this phone number. Also, you need to agree to the terms and conditions. And the other thing you need to do is put your writing number in the agent number. So this is any writing number, carrier writing number that you have with us. That just verifies that you're a GoldenCare agent and allows you to redeem. So enjoy our GoldenCare Rewards program, another perk from GoldenCare. GoldenCare's Agent Corner is where we host a variety of our exclusive tools for agents. You're going to want to sign up for this right away. So on our website, if you click up here on Agent Corner and scroll all the way down, fill out the new user registration form. You're going to choose a username here. And again, I would suggest using your email address or something easy just to remember. Fill out this information, click on register, and within 24 to 48 hours, you'll receive an email with instructions on how to log in. Once you receive that email, you're going to use the existing user login here to get into Agent Corner. Once you log into Agent Corner, you'll see we have our consumer pivot presentation and resources, Stratus Vision comparison tool access, our InstaPivot underwriting tool, our decline placement program, our extended care planning guide, consumer marketing materials, our underwriting concierge service to help you place those clients, caregiver stories, short-term care playbook, and so much more. So you're going to want to sign up for our Agent Corner and hold on to that username and password, because this is where you're going to gain access to all of our exclusive tools. And that was.
Again, thanks guys. Hopefully you can hear me again. I do want to let you know that was a little longer for in the middle of a webinar, but I'm glad I did it because it showed some of those different tools that we have, and I wanted to make sure we had such a good turnout today, and we had a lot of new people from social media who jumped on. So I wanted to make sure you had a chance to see a lot of that stuff. So for some of you Wiley veterans, again, Mr. Peterson, I wanted to make sure you guys held with me there, but that is really one of the things we can do, and my regional directors will help you. That little video will be something they'll probably have a link to right when you get appointed, and then they'll show you and say, now take advantage of some of these things. And the next step here that we're doing in 2026 is really embracing technology better, and we're using a push towards Integrity Connect. Now, a lot of you know that GoldenCare, we merged with Integrity, or Integrity acquired us as part of their family back 2018. It's been a lot of time. We were the 6th company in there. Now there's 250 plus. So Integrity is huge, and with that hugeness becomes a lot of power. And that's one of the reasons that I've had the pleasure of getting to design so many policies lately, because carriers are coming to us saying, boy, if you have the power of Integrity behind you, we really want to partner with you, even more so than when we were just GoldenCare. So also what came with it is some of these products that Integrity is constantly working on. They've got a literally second to none marketing and technology. They're really a technology insurance company. And that all-in-one platform, Integrity Connect, is super strong. And it really has a built-in CRM for you, the ability to quote, e-app, lots of different things. And some of you might have heard that AI word lately. Remember, we can't use any AI. So when I write you those long emails, I promise you I'm not using ChatGPT because I can't use AI. Integrity is very big into saying we don't want to have regular AI out there that has a lot of it given up as we're designing policies and all this stuff, giving up information. So they designed their own AI, and it's called Ask Integrity, and it's so strong. You're going to love it because it does such a good job when it helps you coordinate your CRM and helps you actually know what questions to ask, etc. It's unbelievable. I can't get into it too much today, but it'll blow you away what this Integrity Connect can do. And this has been around a while, and it's constantly growing. It's a living, breathing organism that gets better and better all the time. But one of the things some of you might notice is that you guys haven't pushed this hard. And remember, Integrity is built on Medicare and life agencies and now wealth, and our health side of it on our short-term care, our extended care market is a really important part of it, and it's really important in cross-training, but it's not as big as what the Medicare, they have a lot of huge Medicare shops and life shops. So we haven't had to use it as much, and now we're seeing it's getting so good that we're maybe doing you a disservice to our agents if we're not showing you more about what Integrity Connect can do for you. So some of you guys who've been with us for a while, watch this. This is a real short video, you guys. Don't worry, this one isn't 4 or 5 minutes. It's just a couple minutes or a minute and a half, but listen up.
Integrity Connect is an all-in-one growth engine for you to take your business to the next level. Our powerful all-in-one technology platform is everything an agent needs to serve their clients and run their business. It unites agents' most important activities through a best-in-class CRM that helps you work smarter. You can manage everything from quoting to needs analysis, all the way into e-apps for multiple products from multiple carriers, all at one time. And it's all powered by one login and password. You can even work anywhere with our powerful app available on Apple and Google Play stores. Integrity Connect is leading the way, making it easier to serve more clients. Integrity Connect is your all-in-one growth engine built to help you be more successful. It's everything you need to serve clients and write more apps. Agents who use Integrity Connect write up to 79% more apps. It's time to take your business to the next level with Integrity Connect. Save time and sell more with Integrity Connect.
All right, so again, thanks for listening to that. This is something my team's going to help you with. There's contact support information you'll see when you get into Integrity Connect. A lot of our agents probably will reach out, but remember February 11th, we have Jeff, our senior regional, going to give a little walkthrough on the Integrity Connect platform and show you some of the different things in there and some of the ways it can help you out. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be really nice, and I just can't spend more time on it on this call, but I'm really excited about you having the opportunity to see some of the things it'll do for you. And one of the first things it'll do for you when you get into Integrity Connect is it'll show you how to get that discounted E&O insurance. And GoldenCare, as many of you know, has always had a discounted E&O program. This is even less expensive than ours. So they use the power of integrity, saying we got a ton of agents out there. Let's get a good deal on our E&O for some of those agents who need to have E&O insurance. So check it out. Again, I'm just going to have a teaser slide in here for your handouts, but very competitive pricing, great E&O coverage. You can get it on your phone or anywhere you want on the Integrity Connect part of it. My team can help you through with that as well. Notice some of these other things over on the right-hand side. That brings us into the next area. Part of the reason that we're pushing this more is that Integrity is using their strength to give you some unbelievable built-in benefits for being part of the Integrity family or part of the GoldenCare family. And that really is, again, using the size and scale of Integrity and getting some really good deals. Pleasantly surprised my staff and myself when you started looking at just things that every day, Office Max, we're running a business, we need office supplies. You can get some really good deals on Microsoft, Apple, car rentals. If you travel, they have a really nice travel site on there that does some really nice premium discounts for you. So I'm not going to get deep in this today, but I tell you what, well worth looking at, well worth checking out Integrity Connect just for some of the built-in savings that you get there as well. Again, pleasantly surprised on our side how well that went. Finally, and most importantly, we have the support. We don't throw you against the wall. We give you the tools you need. But one of the things we really specialize in here is GoldenCare is coming up with new and better products. And we're really excited about 2026 as we were with 2025. Again, short-term care was around for a long time when Omniflex hit the streets and turned the heads and turned a lot of you into believers into the power of short-term care products. So one of the things we're proud of, again, because of the integrity effect, if you will, we're having carriers come to us, and we do have several things in the works. You know, outside of GoldenCare ourselves, there's products out there coming. Care Scouts coming out from Genworth. That's already available, and it's going to be a strong product, I think. And we're going to have training on that available as well. Nationwide, of course, is knocking the cover off the ball. NGL had some updates. We have all that information for you on our website, and our regionals can fill you in on all that as well. But the nice thing is we have some new product enhancements coming up with some existing plans. I've done this a long time. I don't have supporting slides. I have NDAs with a lot of these carriers, so I can't get into details on some of these products. But again, we are excited about it. They take a long time. Remember, Omniflex took 3 years literally to get from conception to the final product, because that product was so different than what else was out there. So it won't take us 3 years, I don't think, with these new plans, but I am right in the middle of working on several nice projects with big carriers, and we're excited about some of the opportunities coming along. I think I could probably spill the beans on Manhattan Life. That's the Omniflex short-term care plan, but they have their home health care plan. that immediately Dennis got in there and we upgraded their home health care plan from where it was to now a very competitive home health care only plan. But now we have some new changes coming with that one that are filed, and we're really excited, and they should be coming out, and we'll announce it as soon as we get enough states available. That thing, again, I don't like to go too far on a limb, but I will tell you, even with all my experience and knowing not to overpromise, I think that product is going to be a leader in a heartbeat, and I'm excited about it. I think that thing's going to rock and roll. So that's all I'm going to talk about that now. Tease you a little bit on that, but again, be on the lookout. And as a GoldenCare agent, it's one of the best reasons to be part of us is that when we help design this, we understand the product so well because we help literally write some of the language and help the carriers design them. So I think we're going to have some really nice opportunities for you to learn and help more people in 26 as well. Plus, and much more besides all this, I can't get into all the different things we got our fingers in, but the biggest thing about 2026 is right here. We help design the plan, we help design these policies, we help work with them. More importantly, the carriers came out with great products on their own, and we help push the short-term extended care market to the forefront. And we really have changed some agencies. We've had so many great agencies come up to us say, wow, you guys literally changed the way we do business because of these policies. And we're really proud of that. So now in 2026, I talked to my marketing team and my management team here, and we decided on the brokerage side, we're going to call 2026 the year of the lead. We're going to try to say, let's find more ways to help all those people getting older. Let's get creative. Again, this isn't a career shop. We have our own career shop that buys leads for our agents. And if you're interested, I couldn't give you much better advice a lot of times than say, go to where the success is already there. Tim Casey leads our career shop, and I'll blow you away at how strong he is with having a career agency, okay? But as far as a brokerage goes, we know leads are expensive, like we already talked about. With short-term care, now everybody you're sitting in front of, you might have a solution for. And let us show you just a couple ways here. Again, this will be more for handouts, but Care Options is one of the programs we've had for a long time. Some agents have utilized it to open doors and to start conversations or start webinars or seminars. But we really are going to push a little harder this year. Care Options is going to go through some changes and some upgrades, and we'll keep you posted as that happens. But we really think this might turn into a really strong tool for you, or not turn into one, but be better utilized. So that's part of the reason I brought it up in this seminar today. So I'm not going to go deep into it, but remember that when you get your handouts to see how we use these different things and how we can go in there and help bridge that gap and get people who are using Care Options just to help themselves and their families before claim time or before they even buy a policy a lot of times. But now they'll have the ability to get a little bit of a tweak every so often and maybe jump out and decide to have a presentation. Excuse me. All right, the other one is this turning 65. A lot of people don't take full advantage of this. We've had this for a while, but again, talk to your regionals about it. These turning 65 people, literally, it's just a simple way on your phone to find out who's turning 65 in your area. Guess what? When you're turning 65, you're getting hit with a lot of Medicare stuff. So if you're in that realm, it's great, but it's also the perfect time. And now when we have these short-term extended care products that the underwriting is looser, you can go talk to the gray hair people. And 65, I'm pushing it, so I better be careful. But when you're 65, 70, it's really tough to get a long-term care plan, as most of us know. Now we have policies that can go out and help almost anybody you're talking to. So take advantage of that 65 app. Again, another stroke for Integrity Connect. When you get into Integrity Connect, our regionals will show you how to do this, and we'll have training about this as well, more in-depth training. But this Integrity Connect will show you how to go to the lead marketplace and click in there and have the opportunity to get your hands on some leads right through Integrity Connect, okay? And again, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. The first thing I'll tell you to do, take advantage of it. Go in there, enable that SMS notifications, because one of the things they're good at is they'll give you discounts all the time so you can buy your own leads if you're a broker. And you know, we'll have ways our regional directors will work with you and talk about different lead opportunities as well. But take advantage of anything you can do to get in front of people, because we'll give you the tools to be able to go out and have a good, intelligent conversation and close some sales. Is that a deal? So I'm not going to go deeper into this now, but we'll have upgraded training on this. And I do want you to know that it isn't as hard as you think to go out there, as long as you got somebody to talk to. If you're in the Medicare business, you've got a whole bunch of leads already. If you've been in long-term care, you got people who maybe were just on the fringe health-wise that you need to go and talk to them again. Remember, anybody you've talked to, the nice part about this type of business is there's not a little window when you can sell people. People end up aging and having different things happen to them where they maybe weren't interested 2, 3, 4 years ago. That's why our leads can be so strong in our career shop, because you can go to what we call a B lead or a C lead even, and you can close sales because a lot of those people had something change in their lives that now it is important to them to look for opportunities to help their family. Okay, so this list, remember when Corey went through her video that you went through and it said, here's Stratecision, which by the way is like a $500 license that we give free for our agents to use. We have those different tools, and she said, here's the consumer marketing toolbox. She couldn't go into detail on that there, but that has all those different things. When you go in, we had a whole training on this that we walked you through that marketing toolbox to show you all the different things in there. And again, these are just handouts for you. I'm not going to spend time going through it now, but we have all these different ways to go out and help you not only get in front of people on the lead side, like 2026, year of the lead, not only ways to help you get in front of people, but ways to close the sale, ways to strengthen the need by having videos and PowerPoint presentations. And we have our short-term care guide there. Blow you away how strong this is. This extended care planning guide is available for consumers. Ask our RDs how to get your hands on it. It's a great piece to walk through and show people all the different options from long-term care and hybrids all the way through to the home health care only plans, or even the non-insurance home health care plans like True Freedom. So a lot of good things in there that we can help you with and our RDs can help you with. Again, I could go on, but I'm really excited about what we have in store for you in 2026. Same thing with the group marketing campaign. If you have a small group, we can do direct bills with some of these carriers. And even though it's an individual product, the underwriting's so simple that you don't have to worry about that hurdle. So you can go in there, unlike some of the older products in traditional long-term care that you had to have a specific group product in order to make it more palatable on the underwriting side. Now these products, we can do it because the underwriting's so easy anyway. So a lot of doors can open there as well. We have caregiver stories. Again, I was going to do this all as a handout, but I just can't help but just jump in. Different things we can show you. This little film here is a great one that has a nice surprise at the end. It's a really nice video to show people the power of what we're doing to help them. Okay. One talking about Alzheimer's, dementia, all these different things. I put more slides in there last night than I thought I did, but on the handout, you'll have an extra slide to look at and bring up conversation points with your regionals. But the biggest key is, again, what I started out this presentation with is it is up to you, right? It's up to you to take the next step. We can give you all the tools you need to help you. We have, remember that Ask the Expert, where you can literally have Jeff jump on one of your presentations with you with the client and help you walk you through it. So we have everything you need to be successful, but you got to take that next step. If you're already sitting in front of clients selling any other type of product, and I'm talking any other type of product, literally finish every sale or every presentation saying, we've got this need taken care of. Now let me ask you something that's really important. A lot of Americans miss the boat on. Do you have your extended care needs taken care of? It's one of the biggest unfunded, unplanned for liability exposures we have left, probably the biggest. And most Americans have never had a conversation about it. So I want to make sure you got that covered. That's how easy it is to start a conversation. And we have recorded training, live webinars, tools, everything you need to be successful, literally asking that one simple question with every client, every person you're sitting in front of. Okay. And the nice part about this, again, this is me doing my cheesy graphics because I did this last night and I didn't have time to have my team who actually knows how to do graphics to show you that we know this isn't a hobby. If you go out and help more people, you can make a lot of money, especially if you had your Medicare rug pulled out from under you a little bit. This is a great way to satisfy that extra income and get multi-line products in there, or keep your persistency up and make more money at the same time. So the more important part as I finish here is 26 is the year of the lead, and we're excited to try everything and help you along the way. Now I want to make sure my team doesn't come in here with their pitchforks and torches, like I always say, by having me overpromise and underdeliver. At the end of the day, if this was easy and every lead we gave you was a call and you were order taking, you know what? Then it would be great. If fist for fist, we'd all be drunk, right? That would be fantastic. But at the end of the day, leads are leads. They can only be so good. There are people testing the waters. There are people saying, I didn't mean to click that. I was just trying to find information. No matter what you know, the leads aren't just laydowns, right? And as we're expanding into 2026 being the year of the lead, what I've got is a commitment from some of the best and smartest people in the industry to help us. And we're going to learn as we go. We're going to go out there and try to show you guys how we can be creative and learn more leads. I mean, right now, Integrity is a huge carrier, and they're starting to really tighten up on expenses and make things more streamlined as they're going through with all their partners. So it's not like suddenly we can say, let's go spend $1 billion on leads. We have to be smart as individual carriers and as organizations to help you find ways to be creative and get leads. And that's what we're hoping to do. And because of that, I call 26 the year of the lead and the year of the leader. And that's what we have on our team. And what I'm asking, quite frankly, of you as agents, be leaders out there. Number one, if you're not selling these products, learn how to sell them. Talk to an RD and get them in your portfolio so you can help more people, because you're just beating your head against the wall if you don't have policies like this to help you to complement your long-term care or your hybrid plans. So get involved there first. But more importantly, as we do the leads, work with our team. That's one of the coolest parts of this. When I talk about the year of the leader, we've got the most unbelievable team. This doesn't even show our people in licensing and all the different areas, new business, go through and take your apps and make sure things are your ducks are in a row. We've got Jeff, Manny, and Morgan, I already talked about, and Dennis, but we've also got a great team besides that. Renee, we talked about with the underwriting support. She's offsite and she does such a good job of helping people and talking to them about different underwriting things that they may need when they get some of the more complicated cases. And again, the first thing Renee will tell you, we have InstaPivot, we have pre-qual forms, we have all this stuff, but it's not like long-term care. It's not like hybrid plans where you feel like you got to go to med school. It's easy. That's the reason. And one of the things we keep reminding you of is don't overcomplicate this. It's not that hard. Here's an application. You can find out when you close the sale almost every time, whether you're going to have a sale or not. That's why we talk about this 93% placement. There's little surprises in this industry compared to what you were maybe used to if you dipped your toe in the long-term care waters, right? So huge opportunities there on their underwriting side. And then we got Corey and Lynn there. Corey did that video you saw today, and Lynn, of course, does a lot of our graphic design and our marketing support. She's our senior marketing specialist who just blows it out of the water day in and day out. I'm embarrassed now. I call Lynn the rock star. I call Corey the bomb. So bomber. They just do a fantastic job. I know a lot of you on this call right now talk to these folks every day, and they just do a fantastic job for us. Lindsay's our newest member on the team in the upper right. She's in marketing support. And again, she's here to help you, and she's doing a lot more in expanding her reach. And like I said, I'm excited about the opportunities. You saw our regional directors, by the way, had their different states. Don't worry so much about that. The nice part about us, and you'll hear my team say it, and I say it all the time, and I'm kind of an old sap, this is my family. I mean, I've been here 30 years just about. I think 29th year now. This is my family, and I love the GoldenCare team. I love the Andersons, and I love these folks I get the pleasure of working with every day. And that's one of the things we see. I'm going out to one of our big carriers, one of their kickoffs next week. And I love going to see them because I'm friends with a lot of those agents. I built relationships with them over many years. Dennis and I are heading out. And it's so fun to see how people look at us and go, wow, this is such a different relationship than we have with some of the other organizations out there, carriers or agencies. So we're really proud of the fact that we call all of our agents family members, and we want you to join our family here at GoldenCare. So I'll get off my soapbox there again. I know I'm pushing the hour mark here, but I do want to tell you, thank you so much for jumping on, and I'll close it, Lynn, when you come back. But we do have our $100 Amazon gift card prize here. You know, we were going to say we're giving out a bunch of these. The end of the day is we have our GoldenCare Rewards program that constantly compensates you as a GoldenCare agent for doing little things here and there and selling. And we have different incentives that I didn't get into today. But I'll tell you what, let's turn it over to Lynn. If you can share your screen, I think you can do it without me.
Yep. Yep.
And Lynn again, Rockstar, take it over and help people through this.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so like we promised, I mean, Tom's webinars absolutely draw the biggest audiences. And just another reason to hang out to the end, we have a special chance to win a $100 Amazon.com gift card. And we have the random wheel that will pick a random name. We have Jennifer B. Jennifer, congratulations. Definitely when our regional directors and when our marketing team follows up, be sure to confirm the email address, the mailing address, and we'll definitely get something out to you. Likely an electronic $100 Amazon.com gift card. So with that, I will go ahead and turn it back over to you, Tom.
And thank you guys for joining us. And again, I know a lot of you, it's tough to webinars. I wish I could get them down to 20 minutes, but I apparently like to hear myself speak. But I'm really passionate about this. And the one thing I bring to this table, if anything, is sincerity. I love what I do. I love the opportunity to go out and really help be part of a team to create products that can sometimes really save families' butts when it comes time to claims. And it can help a lot of agents like you be really successful in this field. So I love what I do, and I know my team shares that passion. And it's one of the only priorities we have is don't lie to agents, don't make stuff up, and quarterback. How many times my team heard me say that? Quarterback it. If somebody has an issue or a problem, call us. Let us help you. You don't know how many times we tell people, I'm sorry, but we've done this a long time. If you're working with a certain carrier and you want somebody to really help, call us. Call our team and say, hey, can you reach out to Manhattan Life or reach out to whoever it is and say, can you help quarterback this? It's one of the things we do really well. So I can't stress enough the importance of you realizing that we're here for you. We're passionate about what we do, and we're passionate about you guys finding success. So right on the dollar mark here, we're hitting the 1 hour mark. And I just want to tell you again, Happy New Year. I hope you have a 2026, and I hope you're partially half as excited as we are about what 26 can bring. And remember, as a GoldenCare agent, one of the things we promise you is that as new developments come, as any new contracting or opportunities for new products come, we would love to work with you. And if you want to talk to our regional directors and really get deeper into the weeds with us, we can help you with some different maybe customized lead campaigns or something. So we're going to do everything we can. And like I said, it's going to be a learning process. That's why I said leaders, because we're going to work together with you. We're not just going to solve every problem and write every app for you and make it freebie all across the board. I wish I could, but we can't. But we can be there with you and both be passionate about helping people and helping you be more successful in 2026. So that being said, I'll get off my soapbox for the 4th time today and tell you, Tom Randall telling you thank you so very much for spending your time with us, and give us a buzz and let us help. Thanks, everybody.
GoldenCare is looking forward to serving you with new tools, new products, new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed in 2022. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 or check out our website at www.goldencareagent.com.